What is going on, my people? It is your guy Hopeful and bringing you some more Mugen League action. In this fighting game league, we put AI control characters against each other in 2v2 matches. This video will contain sets 1 and 2 of wave 12, which means the time to fight has finally come to Mugen League! Maybe 2 teams at least, minimum. So in the background, Shuriken Shadow charging up, Bartholomew Kuma the Paul being attempted inside, erupted Sakura and Naruto for a big Rasengan. Mugen League where we put Mugen League, where we put air control Mugen characters against each other in a league-based format. If you're new to the channel, I'd like to say welcome and enjoy your stay. I'm on a 15-day upload streak and your support helps it to continue. Alright, before we get into the first set of the video, I'd like to show you guys the updated league table right now. And this is a table at the end of wave 11 or at the start of wave 12, whichever way you want to view it. The first set of this video will have the Straw Hat Pirates go up against Team Fairy Tail. Make your predictions as to who you think is going to win this first set. The Straw Hat Pirates will be represented by Nico Robin and Jinbei. Fairy Tail for the first game will have Laxus and Gajeel. Stage will be Tenru Forest. Now, Fairy Tail were the former gatekeepers of top 8. They've since gotten a win, so they're no longer gatekeeping. They're not the 8th place team that's stopping all the other lower place teams to get into top 8. Instead, they're just relishing in top 8 right now. Laxus charging up his power, dashing in, very low. That will definitely hit both Robin and Jinbei. Look at that. Gajeel probably should have activated his Iron Scales mode, but he did not get a chance to do any of that. And he lost a good amount of HP despite the fact that Laxus was charging up and he used Fairy Law. Gajeel now goes down. It's just Laxus left to 1v2. It looks like Nico Robin, who I think has the best differential on Straw Hats. I could be mistaken. She's going to go for clutch. Catches Laxus in the air. Robin and Jinbei are going to take that one round. Straw Hat Pirates, by the way, are on the bottom of the league. They're in 18th place or the last place team in the league. However you want to say it. They're not really doing too well in Mugen League thus far. Karak Sagawara Saiken into the multi-clap. Hold on. What an initiation from Robin and Jinbei. The combo was damn near flawless. Thunder Halberd being used by Laxus as he's dashing in, dashing out. Jinbei has already lost, Gajeel has already lost so much HP. I believe Jinbei was trying to go for the Georgian catch, but Laxus was hit by clutches. Laxus has been comboed for the last 20 seconds. Goes for Volt Tackle. Gajeel is almost down. Splash that. Gajeel is down. CN for a big tree from Robin will finish off Laxus. So Fairy Tail are going to get at best a draw. Straw Hats kinda surprised me. I am not going to lie. I did not expect them to just destroy Fairy Tail in the first game like that. Considering that Laxus has one of the best differentials in the league, and I believe he has the best differential on Team Fairy Tail as well. But Nico, Robin, and Jinbei take the first game of the set. Who will take game number 2? We will have Frankie and Luffy go up against Jalal and Natsu. Alright, Fairy Tail fighting for at best a point. The Straw Hat Pirates trying to get their second win in Mugen League. I believe it would be their second win. Luffy and Frankie. Luffy has his fate in his own hands. Bind Snake starter from Jalal. Luffy somehow escaped that. He might have gotten bopped out of the Bind Snake by Natsu. Frankie getting hit by the Haruno Koen. Goes for the Missile Barrage. That's gonna catch Jalal flush. And Luffy's going for Gear 4. Boundoman! Kanga God! Using his Conqueror's Haki or just his bust out. Reno Schneider goes wayward. Lasers, charge beams being used by Frankie. Here comes Shin Tentai Maho Sema. Luffy took too much damage and is now down. It's just Frankie left to 1v2, getting hit by Ryuken from Natsu. Natsu charging up power. Frankie getting hit by the magic explosions. Guren Baku NG. Frankie gets hit by that one as well. Jalal charging up more power. And here comes Shin Tentai Maho Sema. I believe Frankie tried to go for fresh fire, but did not come out quickly enough. Jalal has iframes during that move. He has a lot of iframes during that move. So it's going to be very difficult to hit him once he actually initiates the fight. Luffy now, not really doing too well. He has a really good transformation that his AI does not seem to know how to use effectively because he constantly transforms and gets got. Gohan Cannon being used by Frankie. He interrupted it though. He interrupted the Gohan Cannon. This one is not going to get interrupted. The Shin Tentai Maho Sema. You cannot interrupt that move from Jalal. Frankie and Luffy worse for wear. Looks like Fairy Tail will indeed get that elusive or get that 1 point that they've been trying to get. since they lost the first game. Dark Laser, missiles being launched by Frankie. Strong Rider, another missile launcher. Luffy goes down. He's almost dead. He basically is dead. It's just Frankie left the 1v2. Punch, another punch. He gets hit by the Dark Force of Jalal. Jalal charging up more power now. The Strong Rider into the rocket launcher. What can Frankie do? He gets hit. He gets hit by the Karino Koen. Ryuken does not hit, but I believe the chip damage will be enough to finish off Frankie though. Rocket left into the concrete nunchaku. The Ninpe of Jalal is gonna finish off Frankie there. Natsu and Jalal are gonna take that one 2-0. One Piece get another draw. They do not get a second win. I'm gonna definitely have to do some work with Luffy and probably Frankie's AI as well. I don't know what really is wrong with Luffy. Like, I think he's not hitting enough people in his Gear 4 transformation, but I'm gonna have to look into it a bit more because Luffy should be better than this and he just isn't. So yeah, the first set of this video will result in a draw between Strawhats and the Fairy Tail Guild. Let's move on into the second set of the video, which will have the Worst Generation versus Team Pokemon. You can make your predictions about who's gonna win the second set of this video as well. Worst Generation will be represented by Apu and X-Drake. Pokemon will be represented by Zangoose and Lucario. Stage will be Corda Coliseum. Pokemon were in top 8 for most of Mugen League Season 1. They have since fallen from their lofty vantage point. A win over Worst Gen would help them reclaim that top 8 status. Alright, Back Punch, as well as whatever X-Drake was going for. Zangoose runs in, goes for the headbutt. He gets hit by the Shan Special Slash, or maybe it was just a chest beat. Another Shan Special Slash. Here comes the chest beat EX. Somehow, Zangoose and Lucario took no damage from that. Neither of them took damage. Another chest beat into the Shan Special Slash. X's are no. Zangoose tried to go for an aerial attack. He's gonna get trip guarded by the Tonfa attack. Apu charging up more power. Lucario left the 1v2. He's gonna get hit by the X combo right now. Oh my goodness, the bloody chest beat EX into the X combo. It's not even finished just yet. Now it's finished. Lucario goes down. Apu and X-Drake. What? Apu, there's an X-Drake behind. No, get. Alright, there was an X-Drake behind Apu. We'll ignore that one for now. I have no idea what spawned that one. I'm not gonna lie. I'd have to look more into that. Anyway, Apu and X-Drake, mostly X-Drake, doing a lot of up close combos. Apu going for his Tonfa attack. X-Drake trying to hit with a double claw. The chest beat into the chest beat EX, no. Interrupted. Bullet punch from Lucario. Pushes both opponents away. Goes for Bone Rush. Charges up more power. Does Lucario. He's not going to go for the Hyper Beam. Instead goes for Bone Rush into more Aura Spheres. If Lucario Hyper Beams, Pokemon has a chance. But no, Lucario is going in for the close combat. Another Bone Rush. The Shan Special Slash gets the 2-for-1 deal, bro. Zangoose and Lucario are taking out Apu and X-Drake. Take that one. Check it out. It's actually the best I think I've ever done that impersonation. I'm not going to mention what will happen if Worst Gen lose the next game. I don't want to jinx it. Let's move on. The second game of the set will have Killer and Eustace Captain Kid go up against Gengar and Crocodile. Alright, Crocodile in his black and red color. You love to see it. I always like when I get that one right. Gengar is starting off with extra power as a part of his pre-match buff. I believe Eustace Kid tried to initiate a Metal Punch. He gets a Tatsumaki support from Killer. But here comes the Earthquake. Killer is almost dead. Gengar is going to zone him out with Shadow Balls and Will-O-Wisp. Just Eustace Kid left. Not going to mention what's going to happen if this continues. We'll just continue to watch the match. Dragon Pulse will finish off Eustace Kid. Yo, these have been some very quick rounds, bro. Like, Killer and Kid have already got their foot in the door, even against Gengar and Crocodile. I believe Gengar is going for Dark Pulse. Yes, he is. Look at the damage. Look at the Tamahe into the Stone Edge. This one might actually be done. Killer going for his 3000 power super. The After Slash into the Blade Shield. Catches Crocodile flush. Gengar dashing in. You guys gotta pay attention to Gengar. Tatsumaki. Crocodile has lost a lot of his HP. Gengar zoning. It's not hitting Kid. He turns around. He tries to attack. Gengar is gonna get hit by the Dark Pulse. Kid is down. It's just Killer left to 1v2. He currently has Crocodile in block stun, but the Will-O-Wisps will provide enough support for Crocodile to get a hit in against Killer, and that's going to be it. The thing I did not want to mention was that Worst Gen have the second most draws of any team in the league with 8 draws. They now have 9 draws. So there you go. But hey, look, a draw against Team Pokemon, it stops Pokemon from getting too far away from you, which is getting into top 8. But it also means that with a couple of good results, you know, you might be able to to reach top 8. So Worst Gen losing that second game gives them 1 point. Pokemon winning that second game gives them 1 point because of how the first game went. Now, I believe this will be the last wave before I do my next balance patch. I have some changes that I want to implement. I have some changes that I want to make involving the lower place teams as well as the low differential characters in Mugen League. So that change will take place at the end of wave 12, at the start of wave 13, and that will be another balance patch that actually comes in to the game. Now, I got a comment in one of my videos about if the game is available on Android or iOS. Currently, I am the only person that has access to this game because I'm the one that made it. If you want me to publish this game, you could let me know and I can see what I can do. But the thing is, this game is not balanced in terms of human versus human. There are infinites in this game, and there's a lot of cheese in this game. This game was balanced. All the balancing that you see me do, it was basically for AI versus AI. To balance the game for human versus human will be a completely different story. But if you still want me to publish the game, you can let me know and I'll see what I can do. Right, with all of that being done, we have come to the end of this video. So as always, I would like to say thanks for watching. Leave a like for all the talking, subscribe for more and more content, and sound your voice in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
余力を残して魅力は光る。
もうチャリこぎたくねえな。
俺様が、あ、いえ。